Hey everybody, welcome back to Here for the Instagram Followers. I'm Willow,
I'm Maritza.
and we have lots of tea to talk about today. Everything from Matt James hanging out with like TikTokers, to him being back on with Rachel. What's that all about?
I mean, I guess first on with the TikTokers because I feel like that happened first. So
Yeah.
during the whole I don't know if you guys are informed of the whole Jake Paul like boxing match with I don't know who because I'm not into boxing. So I didn't watch the actual boxing match, but a bunch of TikTokers flew in and went in to support, I guess, and they all flew in this huge plane. Like the Hype House was there, the Sway House was there, the Triller House was there, like everyone.
All those annoying ass houses from
Exactly. And in there is Matt James. Like we have like videos of Matt James like hanging out with Bryce Hall's like assistant, and then there's videos of him in the background of Addison Rae's little TikTok dance. Like
like fucking 18-year-olds and like 17-year-olds. It's so weird and cringy because he's like 29.
exactly. Like he's practically could be their dad. Like at this point.
Clout chaser.
Honestly, like why else are you there? Like if he came to actually watch boxing, like he could have gone separately, but he chose to hang out with the TikTok crew, like bunch of teenagers, like make it make sense.
So then also, it's been 2 weeks since we recorded. I feel like we need to like, let's set a date. So it's April 30th right now because drama keeps happening. And then following that, Reality Steve continued to go on about how he had more and more receipts about Rachel and Matt being on again and like for sure and all that. And they finally came out and said, I think as of like this week, like, yeah, we're on, like we're working through things. Matt's exclusively working through things with her. So that girl Grace that we talked about last episode is now out of the picture. Um, but it's just kind of weird that they're actually like trying things out because it's like, okay, where's the work? Has Rachel done the work?
No, yeah, of course. Cause like it's been literally like March was the day that we saw the after the final rose, right? It's been like a month, maybe a month,
Yeah.
maybe 2 months almost. Like
Yeah, and
how
as of
much
like
work?
at that time, Matt was 100% like, no, not gonna date Rachel.
Yeah. So like it's just what I'm questioning is I don't know if you know, but what came to that shift, like that whole like round the circle.
I have no idea. Um, yeah, no clue.
Yeah, I just like it's just I'm at a loss of words of like, is he just chasing like, just to chase a girl, or is it just like did he even care about the entire thing? Was he just like taking a pause from Rachel just because everyone else kind of forced him to do it? Like,
Hmm.
I don't know, man.
No clue. Well, the speaking of at a loss for words, the other thing I was at a loss for words about in the last few weeks was Reality Steve once again being another topic of conversation, and his previous, I believe it was tweets as well as blog posts revealing really uncomfortable and disgusting things he has said in the past about Jade Tanner, as well as things Demi Burnett has come out about since and said that Reality Steve made her uncomfortable recently as well. So, yeah, he's a topic of conversation for basically sexual harassment as well as sexual shaming. Do you want to get into that?
Yeah, well, I do know that I didn't know about the Jade one. I did know about the Demi Burnett one. She was basically saying that he was like having like sexual fantasies about Demi. And it's just like,
And
um,
like dreams, and he cornered her practically into calling him about it.
exactly. Demi's response was, I was always friendly to you. You took my friendliness as an excuse to trick me into listening to your sexual fantasies about me, yet felt gross, which obviously, like, this is just like unwanted. Like, what? It's disgusting. Like, no, in like, no matter what your position is, you should never be doing that, especially someone you don't really even know. And
Yeah.
someone's like
It
an actual human.
Yeah, especially when, you've barely spoken to her. You had her on your podcast a couple of times. You're barely acquaintances. Imagine having somebody calling someone up that you've had like two interactions with, each lasting an hour, and then basically saying to you, hey, also mind you, they're like someone who spills tea on people all the time, basically saying, I have something really important to tell you, but I can't tell you over message, you have to call me about it, which is what he said. Obviously you're going to freak out and think it's something really important, and then call him, and then he's like, oh, I had a like sexual dream about you, it really turned me on. Ew, gross.
Does reality Steve have like an actual family, kids? Like, is he just a single man that only revolves his life around gossip?
Let me look that up right now, like, because that would be incredibly disturbing. At
Yeah.
the time though, he had a girlfriend, I know that for a fact,
Oh
when he
God.
said that about Demi.
That's just like, oh, was Demi still with the girl from like that she got with in Bachelor in Paradise?
I don't think she was at that time. I think she was single.
Okay.
But that's still disgusting that he was literally, I mean, in a way, that's like emotional cheating on like his girlfriend.
Yeah, no, like just imagine what the girlfriend is like her response about this. Like she's with with Steve.
Oh,
And
at the time, she was Kat Dunn from Big Brother. So I don't know who that is because I didn't watch the show, but she was also a reality TV star, and that's who he was dating at the time. FYI, sorry I cut you off, but
you're all good.
seems important. He has a dog. That's all.
He has a dog. Poor dog.
He has a dog. It's actually a really, really cute dog.
Oh no.
It's like a tiny little beagle thing. I'm gonna show a photo of the dog.
Oh no. It's so innocent.
It is so innocent.
He doesn't
Anywho,
be with this predator.
so going from that predator practically when we get into these blog post comments. So for whatever reason, Jade Tanner now, who is at the time was named Jade Roper, she had done a Playboy shoot. And she was on season of I don't know what season of The Bachelor she was on, but it was in like 2016 or 2015 or something like that. And it had come out that the Playboy shoot, she did it. And he was just like slut shaming her to no end. And let me just read you some of this. This is direct quotes from one of his blog posts. Okay. Um, so Jade Roper, 27, will be 18th, or will be 28 on December 19th, currently living in Los Angeles, originally from Goering, Nebraska. What does she do? Well, her LinkedIn page says she's involved in cosmetics. Also heard she works at a restaurant. Has a website at jaderoper.com. However, even though the website alludes to it, it doesn't include the pictures from when Jade once posed for Playboy Amateur and has a 3-minute video to go along with it. We're not talking when she took her top off and there's one shot of her on the internet topless. No. This link shows a photo and video of Jade Roper completely nude in a photo shoot for Playboy Amateur. View at your own risk. And he had linked it. And then he goes on to say, like, there's full-on photos of her spread eagle nude and stuff like that. Then he goes on to basically slut shame her, saying that she was like probably messing around with the producers, like when she was, doing the show. He like accuses her of a bunch of things. He again continues the slut shaming. And then I'm trying to find, there's so many disgusting comments and I could go on about this, but like there's a few of these that I feel like I need to read. Okay. So he said, he mentions a comment. There was a photo shoot, apparently date that she did on one of the shows, like Zen's. And apparently Reality Steve comments about, oh, how many times has that little trick worked for you in the past with photographers, or like, did you ever try to hook up with photographers in the past too? Like, he tried like alluding to all these different things, which is like absolutely disgusting. He even jokes at one point about some things like a lot more uncomfortable, where at one point it was revealed on the show that Jade had been sexually assaulted in her high school years, and he goes, oh well, it makes sense to me now how she could do Playboy. Oh, that's the reason, now we all know. And it's like,
That's
no, it's not how this works.
Wait, so remind me, what season is Jade in from?
Okay. So Jade, she was on Bachelor, where she got married, met her husband, was on Bachelor in Paradise. But let me pull up all of the seasons she was on. Okay, so she was on season 19, and then she was on Bachelor in Paradise season 2.
Okay.
Yeah. And season 19 was, what was his name? Chris Soules.
Huh.
Yeah. Sorry, it was an information dump, but thought that was important to bring up, the fact that he is someone who's considered one of the top reporter journalists for this field, and this was his journalism.
It's absolutely a disgrace to even the field of journalism, if you won't even want to call that, because that's just plain old bullying at this point. Like, that's not reporting the facts at all. Like, I'm just appalled, like, for him to think that this was in any way okay to even say, like.
Yeah, it's really, really bad. He just has a lot of misogynistic, homophobic, racist views in his past, and it's disturbing the fact that he's not really apologized for any of this. He goes around attacking big name podcasters and people in Bachelor Nation who are talking about this and just saying, oh, I've changed, whatever. But like, have you changed, or are you just covering it up, or you're just not saying things publicly anymore because you got smarter? Like, what's the deal?
It's just the fact that he's gone away with this for too long. And also, like, he isn't even taking into account what he's done. Like, he's not. It's.
Yeah.
There needs to be justice done for this shit, because, like, I feel like even Bachelor Nation is, like, letting it slide for the most part. And it's something that's too disgusting to, like, let slide. Like, it's just a small little mistake, because it's not.
Yeah, it's just it's so bad. I'm disturbed at like how respected Reality Steve is, and the fact that like a lot of people still listen to him constantly. I mean, even we do, we're like, oh, Reality Steve said this and this is probably true and all that, because he does bring a lot of information forward. But like, when he's doing things like that, it's really damaging to people's, like, just presence online and everything.
Yeah. And I mean, like you said, like, we do, like, also, like, we depend on a lot of what Reality Steve says to kind of predict of how the show's gonna go and like what's gonna happen, kind of. But then now I just, like, I don't even want to listen to him anymore. Just like, if I listen to him, does that mean I'm supporting like the shit that he still does? Like, it's it's
Dude,
just
listen to this one. Okay. There was a Cinderella date on the season. And he says, quote, the Cinderella date early in the season where Chris's sisters pick someone to get dolled up and go out with him goes to Jade. Haha, now that's funny. I mean, I don't remember the last time anyone or any Cinderella also went spread eagle for Playboy, showing everyone her lady bits. I don't know what episode this happens in, but I'm pretty sure it's before they leave LA. So either 2, 3, or 4. End quote.
I can't with this man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't get better. It literally doesn't.
It actually it gets worse. He then actually later goes on to talk. He's like obsessed with her. he goes on to talk about how at one point later in the show, like her boob is showing in one of the episodes, and it's like not properly blurred out or something like that, and you can clearly see it. And then it was like, oh wait, sorry, it was actually her nude colored bra. And it's just like how he is obsessed.
Oh my God.
That's not journalism. That's not journalism.
No, that's some stuff that he needs to keep to himself. That's stuff that he needs to like keep in his own mind, not have the rest of the world know.
But that's the shit that everyone's forgotten about that he said. It's been brought to the surface now by, I want to give credit to who really like first brought it up in like a collection of like all the screenshots. It was the Bachelor underscore POC Reddit page. So r/the Bachelor underscore POC. Doing all the work.
Well, thanks to them, now we know who the real reality Steve is.
For real. Incredibly disturbing. There's more disturbing things though going on, isn't there?
I mean, yeah, I mean, go on, please.
I think Kelly and Bennett is another one.
That's just, oh my God. So at first I thought I read that Bachelor Nation's Bennett Jordan reveals he asked for Peter Weber's blessing to pursue Kelly Flanagan. But then he later in a live said, no, I didn't. But you all know that I'm really into Kelly. And I'm like, and it's just a wink for me that he mentions during this live. And I'm like,
Yeah.
stop. Like he literally is just like jumping from Bachelorette to Bachelorette, like in the franchise. Like he went from Kit to like someone else to now he's with Kelly. Like no one wants him. That's the thing. So like it's
Yeah, like Kelly doesn't respond to anything that he like he comments on all of her posts, doesn't respond to anything or like it, or he just nothing. It's just awkward. And I just totally foresee both of them ending up on Paradise together. It's gonna be so cringy.
I see it too, sadly. Honestly, if I see it with Peter too, like imagine, like I can just imagine Bennett going to Peter and being like, yo, so I'm gonna go with your girl. If you want to rent out my Rolls Royce while I'm at it, like you can go. Like literally, it's just, oh my God, Bennett, just take a break, please.
Take a break. Anyways, that was a little Hamilton moment with cringiness. Anyways, not as cringy though as Katie's promos. Oh my God.
Better.
She has been done a disservice from Bachelor production.
Honestly, it's just like you compare all the Bachelorette promos. Like I was actually just looking at Hannah Brown's, and it was a whole Cinderella-esque, like she was taking away her beauty queen tiara in this beautiful meadow, and her like Cinderella dress spreads it out, and she's walking around gracefully. And what do we get from Katie? We get a plain t-shirt that says "Be like Katie."
Be a Katie. What the fuck is this Forever 21 bullshit ass t-shirt? Like, what?
I've literally seen better from American Eagle campaigns. Like,
why did I feel like it wasn't even spelled the way she spells her name too? Like, what the hell? Like, it was just so awkward.
I think I saw this dress on the clearance rack of Macy's. I'm just saying.
Dude, dead ass. Oh, even the set that they took the photos on looked like it was from fucking Macy's. Her leather purple skirt looked like it was from fucking Macy's. Apparently, it's a $900 skirt. I don't care. It looked like it was from the clearance rack of Macy's.
Exactly. No. The stair steps. It looks like the fucking. I mean, freaking stair steps of like. My first communion photos from JCPenney or like Walmart when I'm just like sitting down and
her fucking sorry, we keep swearing today, but her Payless gold shoes, what were those heels? They were like plastic. Clearance rack at DSW $7.99. What?
Bring back the red Louis Vuittons that Rachel got. Like, honestly.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You know what, this was what I was envisioning from Katie. Okay, I'm getting really like amped up about this because like Katie that's my girl. I'm so excited for this season because she is just like so relatable and like just like a like go woman, you know? I'm just pumped. So, I was envisioning Katie being like Princess Amidala from the second like Clone Wars, like leather, black cutouts, like
Badass,
some
like
crate, like badass chick, almost like some like high neck cutout, like maybe cut out the sides or whatever, like awesome dresses, like boots, you know, like
top of
just
the line.
top of the line, looking like she's ready to walk in. Like, just I was envisioning her in like some amazing like black outfits all season, just like variations of like badassery, because like that's just like what she seems to give off. Maybe some like sparkles here and there, but like yeah, with amazing jewelry. What is this? They're like literally junior prom.
Literally. Like it's
Even she looks bored.
she does look bored. She was just like the little like confetti like dropping up around
The rose, she's
like even compared to Tasha's, I mean honestly like Tasha deserves the whole world, but like compared to Claire's, like Claire had a whole production as well. Like it's just
yeah.
Katie is probably going to be one of the best. I mean, already predictions for Katie's season. Like Katie's already wrapped up. Like I don't know if it was a week or 2 weeks early,
I saw
but
that.
I'm gonna quickly see if it was a week or 2 weeks early. But like literally, like we already know, like it's gonna be, it's
Well, that's why I'm so confused why she's been done such a disjustice by production. Because if they wrapped early, I think it was a week early. Why would production be doing her like such a disservice with these promos? You'd think they'd like her, even if they didn't like her for not wanting Chris Harrison back or whatever. Um, you'd still think they'd like her.
exact. It's just because she put in the control that not many other like bachelorettes
Maybe,
wanted. And I
maybe
think,
she'd like. Sorry, you go.
I mean, I was gonna say, like, I feel like when the bachelorettes put like their foot down, I feel like production responds by not giving them as much money as like the rest. Like, come on, compare Tasha's season. Tasha is probably like also another woman that would put her foot down, and she did. And
She
look at
got
the type of dates we
skimped.
got. We got fucking. I mean, I'm sorry, freaking like Goodwill, Dollar Tree carnivals out here. While we look at Matt James' season, Matt James probably did not care about anything. He's with a bunch of women, like it's his dream house right now. But like
Yeah,
all his dates were like, come on, like $1,000 budgets out here. Like make it make sense. Like Katie's type
for
person is just
real.
like, I don't want Chris Harrison. I don't want that kind of stigma around this like team. Like we're gonna do it my way. Like she was in control of her whole season. So like
I'm just
production knows what
shocked
they're gonna
at
do.
like the crazy vast difference between them two. Like I remember watching Hannah Brown's promo pop on TV. The first time I saw it, I still remember being like, "Holy shit, I'm so excited for this season. This is insane." And then like, you know, with Claire, they had like, oh, all of these like stupid ass fucking freaking puns and you know, just like, oh, clarity, we need to clarify for you. And there was like all of the comparisons between the Graduate movie and like other films, classic films, to like make the joke that Claire was older, and like all these special photo shoot photos had been done with her and different guys referencing these films. And like it was just and then Katie has her spinning around in a circle going like this with a rose and flowing confetti, throwing confetti. Wow.
It's just a
Weird.
big difference that I don't know. I expected a lot more, and I can already just like tell what Katie's season's gonna be like. But at the end of the day, I feel like Katie, despite like how betrayed she's gonna feel from the production team, I feel like she's gonna pull through and find her man's because she's there for one reason only: is to find the love of her life.
Yep, that is true. Which I mean, people still finding the love of their life. Ivan is one of them, and he was seen spotted with Heather Martin.
Weird,
Weird match.
weird. Weird.
Weird.
The thing about Ivan though is that he's kind of been seen with a lot of Bachelor franchise. Like we've seen him with God, what's her name? We've seen her. Seen him hang out with Madison? You know Madison from like Peter season.
Maddie, yeah, Maddie
Yeah,
Pruitt.
yeah. We've seen him hang out with her with I think what was that guy that had the beef with Bennett? God, what was it?
Noah.
Noah. Seen him hang out with Noah and like there's that whole Texas group. But like
Yeah.
him with Hannah, that's not her name.
No,
Heather.
no, 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 Heather.
Heather. Heather. We seen her hang out with Heather, and it's just like, what came to this conclusion? Like, who texted who? Like, I'm just, come on. Ivan, you deserve so much better. So much better.
I don't, maybe they're both going to paradise and they're strategizing, but I really don't want to see Heather in paradise again. That's one thing I'm going to say. Also, Ivan, I thought, had previously expressed feelings that he didn't want to go, so I doubt that's the reason. Maybe they're just friends. Maybe they're friends with benefits. Maybe they're just have mutual friends and they just got a photo together.
Maybe they just both want the clout.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just hope they aren't together.
Same. But yeah, I mean, was there anything else to catch up on?
I believe that's everything that's happened. I mean, probably more has happened that we're not remembering, but that's just like what's the majority of what's been going on in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. So, I mean, thanks you guys for watching. I guess we'll see you guys another 2 weeks from now. See what other tea starts spilling because, here in Bachelor Nation, the tea just keeps spilling. Oh, and do we actually, we are going to actually be seeing you a lot more because Bachelor Katie season, when does that start?
I just Googled it. Actually, it premieres on June 7th. So that's when we're going to resume our weekly episodes. And now we're just currently on our every bi-weekly, or not bi-weekly, every bi-monthly episodes.
Yes. But yeah, June 7th, that's when we'll be back at it again with Katie season.
Mhm.
All right. Well, thanks guys for listening. Bye.
Bye. That was here for the Instagram followers.